Members, this bill, I feel, is a disaster. So let's start with the objection to materials and books and content. We already have a process for review of materials by parents and county residents to object to certain materials. I've not heard anything compelling today that tells me that we need to make these types of changes to that process. It's an unfunded mandate, and to Equality Florida's point, what we heard in testimony earlier today, this is letting folks who live in a county object to materials when they don't even have kids in the school. Parents, of course, have a right to control what their child reads, but they can't control what other parents' children are reading. And we've seen how this is played out. We've seen how this is played out in the school districts. Many of the books that folks are objecting to are books about LGBTQ people. I'm going to try not to be offended by that. And we always misconstrue these concerns about whether an LGBT book is age appropriate to be a concern about sex education. Visibility for people like me, the fact that we exist, the fact that we have kids in our schools, the fact that kids in our schools have two dads or two moms, just acknowledging that and having visibility is not a conversation about sex education. We exist. And yes, folks are going to object to our existence. And the books will be pulled. And the legislation as it's written is going to have the effect of banning books and banning discussion about us and about other things, which has many unintended consequences. We don't ban books in free states. So now we're going to talk about teacher pay, not school board pay. I apologize. Teacher pay is always on my mind. So this idea that taking away pay of school board members is going to help our kids is crazy. How is this going to help them? We walk in these shoes, members. We have a very modest salary. And I got to tell you, $200 per school board meeting, that's pathetic and insulting. It's not just the time that school board members put into that meeting. Are they going to have time to meet with parents? Are they going to have time to meet with teachers? Are they going to have time to meet with stakeholders in the community? Like what are we paying them for that time? Folks are not getting into this for the money. That's absurd. The unintended consequences, yeah, we're going to have wealthier members of the school district who can afford to take a job that comes with exceptional sacrifice and public service for free. We're not paying them that much. And every school district is different. Who cares if more than half of the school districts don't pay? Those districts don't look anything like the big districts. And just because we don't pay them doesn't make it right. And we should say, well, let's not pay anyone. That doesn't even make any sense. This is not going to help us. It's going to make things worse. And frankly, the idea that taking away school board pay is going to make things less political and giving folks more opportunities to object to materials is going to make things less political is a joke. It's going to have the opposite effect. It's going to make things more political, which is not helpful to our kids. Members, please vote this bill down. Thank you.
Thank you. Members, any other debate?